there's a B&B revolution going on. And Britain's jumping on the bandwagon. Whether the kids have left home, you're newly single, or recently retired, a spare room could equal spare cash. But only if you're doing it right.
Oh, Lord. You're a maniac.
The competition is stiff.
Seems like quite hard work, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm supposed to be retiring.
You need to get into the 21st century.
So get it wrong, and it's bye-bye backroom books.
This would be useless. It's hopeless. I'm giving up now. Over and out.
Don't blame you. So we're going to save your bacon and eggs.
I'm going to be brutally honest. Can you cope with that?
And help you B&B the best. When it comes to getting the most out of a B&B, this lady is the queen bee. Meet award-winning landlady Lisa Holloway.
Hospitality's in my blood. I've been in it all my life. My grandmother ran hotels. It's what I know.
For the past 11 years, Lisa's owned and run this B&B in Nottinghamshire.
I call my style the Iron Fist in the Velvet Glove because I'm quite fluffy on the outside, but I can be quite tough if people mess me about. I think the principles are exactly the same whether you've got one room you're letting or 20 rooms. Whatever you do, whether it's making a bed, making a breakfast, putting flowers in a room, you've got to do it well.
Now Lisa's taking a break from her own business to help fledgling B&Bers who are just starting theirs.
If you've got a spare room in your house, you could be sitting on a goldmine. I want to help people make the most out of their spare rooms, fulfil their potential and do it the best that they can. Well, that's just depressing.
Lisa will pull no punches.
I don't really want to touch that.
And won't suffer fools.
I think I would change the bed. I think this is too much work every time somebody comes to stay.
If you want to turn your raggedy old room into rich pickings, she's the one you want. Today, Lisa's heading to Ilford, North East London, to a 3-bedroom mid-terrace Victorian property with a rather eclectic single guest room. This is the home of former scientist and museum lover Stephen. He's lived here since childhood and now shares the house with his wife Tess.
I have a spare room which is comfortable and very accommodating, and I'm very keen to sort of make use of it and at the lowest possible cost as well. I'm not into asking silly sums of money. I'm not really interested in the money, to be honest. The money is incidental.
Instead, Stephen takes a rather scientific view of the world of B&B.
Part of the thinking behind wanting to let the room is because I'm interested in social science and social engineering. I enjoy engaging with people and observing their behaviour, like, I shouldn't say this, I suppose, like animals in the zoo, if you like.
And this fascination for people has prompted a renewed interest in B&Bing.
Taking in lodgers or paying guests, whatever you like to call it, is not new to me at all. I have actually been doing this on and off for quite a while, but I'm considering doing it again.
And Stephen's keen to share the delights and benefits the local area has to offer.
The attraction of living here for me is the fact that there's a massive major shopping centre literally within a few minutes walk around the corner here. Liverpool Street in central London is 20 minutes by train. The station is only just down here.
And his hospitality doesn't end there.
They'd be very welcome to join me down here in the evening for a cup of tea and a chat, or sit outside in the conservatory. Some lodgers I've had here, they brought their friends round. We've had a bit of a party and what have you. And it's been a very convivial atmosphere.
But Stephen's hosting skills are somewhat lacking in the morning.
Whilst I will be prepared to leave out and provide breakfast foods like cereals and toast and all that sort of thing, I would prefer it if they catered for themselves.
Maybe a little help would be good. Time for B&B guru Lisa Holloway to cast her expert eye over the situation.
It's a rainy day in London today, and it's nice for me to be back in the smoke because I lived here when I was an art student. But this is a part of London I don't know. It's Ilford in the northeast. It's a very cosmopolitan area. I gather that they found a woolly mammoth there, and Noel Edmonds went to school there, so that's a plus. I'm going to meet a retired scientist today. He's a quirky character, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him.
But before she meets Stephen, she's keen to gauge the first impressions his guests will have.
So we've arrived here and I'm just having a look at the house. There's a lot of cladding. There's also beware of the Rottweilers, which is not terribly welcoming, and CCTV 24-hour coverage. So I'm not quite sure what sort of a reception we're going to get. Let's go and find out. Hello.
Oh, you must be Lisa.
I am.
I'm Stephen. Do come in.
Thank you very much. So this is a very eclectic room. There's lots to look at. It's very interesting.
This isn't, strictly speaking, my taste. My wife is responsible for a lot of this.
OK.
My mantra is happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
So I just go with the flow. But...
Now, I can see that you've got an organ and a guitar.
I tend to play it when I want to annoy the neighbours.
Will you play us something?
OK. I'm a little out of touch, actually, as well.
So, should we go and see the room?
Absolutely. Let's go and see the room.
Musical interlude over. Lisa's ready to see what awaits her upstairs.
In here?
Yep. OK. Well, this is the room here, designed strictly for a single person only, because any more than that would be too cramped, as you can see. We've got quite a few knickknacks around at the moment.
Quite cluttered, isn't it?
Yes, it's very cluttered. Without the knickknacks in here, it looks a bit too stark.
And it's a hell of a television, isn't it?
It's actually taking up quite a bit of space.
So will you have a television in here?
No, because I don't have an aerial link, and I don't have Wi-Fi, by the way.
You haven't got Wi-Fi?
No.
You've got some very unusual pieces, Stephen. Yes. This one, in particular, is... What's that?
This is my wife's idea. She puts these things in here.
OK. Yeah. And you've got a little dressing table.
Yes.
Would you show me the bathroom?
There may be no ensuite, but along the landing is a cornucopia of colour in the bathroom.
So this is a theme a bit like all the rest of the rooms.
Yes.
All sorts of things.
It's too cluttered for my liking, but my wife picks all this stuff up from boot sales and what have you.
So your guest would share this with you and your wife?
Yes, indeed.
OK.
Yeah.
Is the loo next door?
There's an upstairs loo here, right next door.
OK.
Yeah.
All right. And you've got a shower, not a bath?
That's correct, yeah. I actually ripped the bath out as soon as I moved in. I just didn't want it.
I'm a bath girl, I'm afraid.
Well, each to their own, you know. I'm a shower man myself, so...
Yes. Stephen, would you mind making me a cup of coffee so I can have a look round? Would that be all right?
Yeah, absolutely. A cup of coffee's coming up, and you just help yourself and just scrutinise whatever you need to.
Thank you very much.
With Stephen out of the way, Lisa can try and get her head around what's on offer and its potential as a B&B.
This room has a unique decor. It's quirky, it's not my taste, but it does reflect the quirky and unique owner, Stephen. And I think it's going to take a guest with a particular type of taste to stay here.
And to find out who that guest might be, Lisa wants to know a little bit more about this would-be B&B'er.
So, tell me about the room. What's your ideal guest?
Anyone and everyone, as long as they're quiet and sociable, and that's all I require, really.
And just talk to me about breakfast.
Generally speaking, I don't provide a cooked breakfast. It's not a room service or waiter service.
OK.
I run here, but I'd be quite happy for them to use the kettle and the toaster.
The kettle and toaster's fine.
Yeah.
What sort of price were you thinking of for the room? Have you got any idea?
Well, including breakfast, I was provisionally thinking around 25 quid. Not more than 25 quid per night.
Yeah, so really you're just going to cover your costs.
Cover the costs.
Enjoy your guests.
Yeah, that's it. It's about being sociable. I'm not doing this as a business.
I can't tell you how refreshing it is to hear all that. That's so nice.
Yeah. I want to make it quite clear that this is not the Ritz. It is bargain basement.
Yeah.
For the vast majority of people, it's about finding somewhere that's affordable and comfortably affordable.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to offer here.
Yeah, so let's put our thinking caps on, see what we can do.
OK, well, I'll be interested to see what transpires.
The whole thing about B&B is that every house is different. Not every room has to look like a hotel room. It's about individuality. We've just got to find who is going to come and stay with Stephen and how we're going to market the room to them.
And with that in mind, Lisa's just the girl for the job. Award-winning B&B owner Lisa Holloway is in Ilford, North East London, visiting would-be B&B'er Stephen, who hopes to turn a spare room into the perfect room for rent.
This is not the Ritz. It's about finding somewhere that's affordable.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to offer here.
It may not be the Ritz, but it's certainly got glitz. So, embracing Stephen's style, Lisa's keen to prove there's a guest for every room, however outlandish the theme.
So, Stephen, today I'm going to take you to a property that I hope will give you some inspiration.
There's always room for improvement, whatever you're doing. So, yeah, I'm up for it.
Well, if only everybody was like you.
I couldn't agree more.
And they're visiting a very bold establishment in central London.
Hi there,
Hello, Danny. I'm Lisa.
Lisa.
I'm Stephen.
Stephen, welcome to my crazy hotel.
The proprietor, Danny, leaves Stephen and Lisa to enjoy the splendours of his themed hotel.
So this is Funky Zebra to start with. Ooh, ooh, wow. Well, this is certainly out there, isn't it?
It's very loud, but I think I feel quite at home in here.
Let's try the bed out.
Oh, the bed's quite comfy.
See the ceiling, the tinted ceiling? That's lovely, isn't it?
It is very eccentric in its ornateness. I rather like it, actually.
OK, well, let's go and have a look at the other room.
Oh, we just discovered the ensuite.
Right, let's go out of the right door. So this is Casablanca Nights.
It's very, very Casablanca nice, isn't it?
So when we talk about your room, I think this is a great example of going sort of completely out there. And I think you need to do that with your room. I think you need to be bolder and get out there and really make it like you, sort of slightly quirky and very characterful.
I like it, it's characterful, it's different, it's loud, it shouts at you big time, but it's not how I would be inclined to decorate a room to sleep in.
So there's no doubt there's a room for everyone, whether in a North East London B&B or a boutique hotel. But is it easy to find the right guest?
It's unique. It's the kind of place where the owner has to... I'm part of the package. I'm part of the pavilion. When
People
guests,
come here to see
they
you.
want to see me as well. It's like a home from home.
To your eternal credit, it ain't boring.
It's not boring, but it's not for everyone. So
No.
from a business point of view, it's a harder pitch to get that clientele. I've had somebody check out in shock and horror from every single
Yes,
room
I
in
can see that.
this hotel. It's too much for them.
Yeah.
It's like Marmite, you love it or you hate it.
You can't please everybody.
Not everybody's
Like that. You're very unique in your own way. And your room's quite quirky.
I've actually tried to retain the Victoriana of the room.
Yeah.
And
I don't think my 70s room is going to work in your place.
no, absolutely not. But I'm quite happy with the way it is at the moment.
One size doesn't fit all, but sometimes quirkiness and unique decor can be appealing.
And with that in mind, Lisa wants to see what local opportunities there are for Stephen to tap into.
Stephen knows exactly what he wants to charge for his room, and there's no budging him. And let's face it, it's not everybody's cup of tea. But I do think it's good value. I think the problem with Stephen is who's going to come and stay? I've got a little bit of an idea, so I'm doing some research on the internet. I'm looking through some sites for visiting foreign students. And, oh, this one looks promising. This is a student accommodation site, and they're looking to place their students who've come from abroad in a private home to be looked after at a budget price. I think it's going to be perfect for Stephen.
Armed with her findings, our Lisa's off.
I'm in central London, and I've come to see the accommodation agency, who I found online for Stephen. I think it'll be a really good fit for him.
She's meeting student accommodation manager Rob Grant.
Where do your students come from?
The majority of them are from Europe, so places like Italy, Spain, Portugal are very big markets for us. But we also get quite a lot from South America and also the Far East as well, so China, Japan.
So pretty far-flung then.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And how many students do you accommodate during the year?
I would say the average is between sort of 3,000 to 5,000 bookings
Really?
a year. Yeah, so
Gosh.
quite a lot, yeah.
It's amazing. So, Rob, for your students, what is the most important thing that they're looking for?
One of the main things is that they might be feeling a bit sort of alienated, a bit lost. So really what we're looking for is that that really friendly home-from-home experience. So certainly the host has to live with the student in the house, and the idea is that there is some interaction between the student and the host, and they're made to feel welcome from the outset.
And do you go and vet those hosts? Do you go and check that they're OK?
Yes, so we perform a visit on all new hosts before we sign them on, and we also revisit our hosts every 2 years to ensure that the standards are maintained.
And that they're kept up.
Correct.
And now, for your students, what are the things that they want in a house more than anything else?
They're looking for a clean, comfortable environment. It might not necessarily be the newest furnishings or fittings, but things like the bed should be really comfortable, the room should be nice and warm, they should have plenty of space to store their clothes and their belongings. And actually a new requirement that we're getting a lot now is that there should be Wi-Fi in the room as well.
I was wondering if you were going to say that.
Absolutely. Obviously a good internet connection is vital.
Yes. Thank you very much, Rob, for helping us. That was a really productive meeting, and I think it'll be perfect for Stephen. But I was really relieved when Rob said that the decor didn't have to be modern.
Digging the student idea, Lisa's now keen to help Stephen formulate a plan.
Stephen, you've got a very unique house here. Very unique rooms, and the most unique thing here is you.
I couldn't disagree with that.
But let's face it, it's not to everybody's taste. So I think we need to find a market which suits you. I've been to visit an accommodation agency that finds homes for overseas students, homestays for foreign visitors. And I think that would be a good fit for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I would be happy to go along with that, actually, because it sounds as if that would be one of the easiest avenues to actually explore.
Now, I know you said you were thinking of charging £20 to £25 a night.
That's correct.
I still think that's terribly cheap. You wouldn't consider putting it up to £30?
No, because I'm very mindful that some people are not particularly wealthy, and I'm very happy with £20 a night because this is more of a social orientation for me and not about the money. OK,
I'll concede to you on that one.
Thank you very much indeed.
Before you go into business, I think there are a couple of things that you need to do. First one is Wi-Fi. You cannot get away from it. Everybody needs Wi-Fi now. So you've got to sort that out.
Well, I would fully accept that, actually. Although I have no use for Wi-Fi at home myself, you're quite right.
So the second thing is the bathroom is a really good clean.
The sink could do with a bit of a cleaning out. But
it just needs to sparkle.
Yeah, a little extra sparkle.
The third thing is that you need to use your passion for museums, both locally and in London, to interest your guests, because they don't know about them, so you've got to tell them.
As it happens, I do collect museum leaflets, and I have a lot here already, so that is something that is very much on my radar. And
my last point, you've told me that your rooms are dated on purpose.
Yes.
What do you mean by that? Why are they?
Well, this is a Victorian house, and I have gone to considerable lengths to retain the Victorian character of the house.
Yes.
And the room is supposed to be in the Victorian style.
You have got your theme and you're going to stick to it, so I'm going to hold my hands up and say, OK, as long as the clutter goes, you get the Wi-Fi sorted, you sort out the museums, I think you'll have a much better chance of having a successful time.
I'm quite happy to do that, but I ain't changing the essential theme of the room at all.
OK.
Looks like Lisa's playing to his strengths.
I am feeling optimistic with what Lisa's just told me, actually. She's actually quite right. I picked up that, in her opinion, I might sort of bring it more up to date in style-wise, which I am not prepared to do. But all the other recommendations she's outlined regarding the museums, the Wi-Fi and so on, she's spot on there, and I will categorically be addressing those issues as soon as possible.
I can see he's not a man for turning, so there's no point in arguing with him. We'll just have to see what happens.
We're in Ilford, where B&B expert Lisa Holloway is helping Stephen maximise the occupancy of his guest room.
If you get the Wi-Fi sorted, you sort out the museums, I think you'll have a much better chance of having a successful time.
He's been given a £500 budget to help him achieve the goals Lisa set him. Let's hope he spends it wisely.
Well, here we are, bag in hand. Let's go and have a much-needed emergency declutter.
Surely you're going to need a bigger bag than that, Stephen.
The first thing I want out is that swan. It's hideous, so that's going first.
You said it, but I think you're going to have to do a bit more than that to keep Lisa happy.
What is it about women and their clutter? I'll leave that angel, actually, because it is actually quite a tasteful object. This is a mattress of my mum and dad. How that got there, I have no idea.
Looks like Stephen's getting the hang of it.
I think the Eiffel Tower can stay, that can stay like that, and not appropriate. Decluttering is psychologically and emotionally very, very restful. I mean, that looks so much better, and I am actually very pleased with that.
Lisa's keen to check up on how he's getting on.
Stephen, hello, it's Lisa.
Hello, Lisa.
How are you?
Okay.
I agree with you totally about the decluttering and moving that ghastly swan. So
All that's been removed. I've changed the bedding.
So the swan has gone, has it?
that's gone, yeah.
Will you let me know how you get on when you've been around the museums?
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely. Well, I'll speak to you very soon, Stephen.
OK, then.
OK, bye-bye.
Getting into the swing of things, Stephen's off to some local places of interest, gathering info to put in the room for his guests. But his intellectual curiosity seems to be taking over.
I've only just noticed it, having visited this museum about a dozen times previously, and I've just picked up on this. Isn't that amazing? It just went right off my radar.
I think the leaflets have gone off your radar too.
I can't take my eyes off of this. There's everything in here. Little ornaments, tiny little mirrors.
Ah, finally.
Right, well, I'm just going to take some of these museum leaflets to put into the room.
Leaflets sorted, Stephen's on a mission to find something special for that room.
Right, well, I've just come to this antique shop to find a centrepiece which I hope will fit in the room and be a focal point to make the room that little bit more welcoming for the guests. Right, well, it's quite an Aladdin's cave down here. It's immensely interesting, I have to say. Now, this could be a room service bell, but since I'm not offering room service, I think we'll leave that. No idea what it is, but it's cute. I have absolutely no idea what this is either. I have a few objects like this at home, so I'm not purchasing any more because it'll just add to the clutter. Okay. I've had a really good look around, but the one that stands out for the room is this object here. Because it's a vase in the middle, some dried flowers to actually beef it up even more. OK, £20, and if I could have a receipt, please.
Valuable purchase securely in hand, our potential B&B Stephen continues on his mission. Whilst Lisa has a top tip on how to keep your valuables safe.
I hope Stephen has lots of guests visiting him from now on. One of the problems that we have at my B&B is people losing things on the floor, little tiny things, earrings, screws from glasses, all sorts of things. And it's a nightmare, really, to get them back. So in order to recover their precious possessions, we use a pair of tights. Now, I've stupidly hurt my hand, so Rachel's going to demonstrate how we get these things up. Rach, can you put that on the hoover? You slide one of the legs of the tights over the nozzle of the hoover. I'm just going to put these earrings on the floor. And voila, recovered earrings.
Well, that's a novel way to use your 15 deniers. Keen to tap into the student market once again, Stephen's off to get some first-hand advice from student host Geoffrey.
Good morning. Geoffrey, I presume.
Yes.
I'm Stephen.
Right,
yes.
you come in.
Thank you very much indeed.
And they get straight down to business, taking a look at the accommodation on offer.
Well, this is nice and cosy.
This isn't it. Single bed, yes. Bedside table, drawers and a wardrobe, and more shelves here. I mean, you don't require a great deal, you know, it's a single. And, of course, we've got a cut-in desk on the bay there for the computers and stuff.
It's very comfortable and cosy. And it's nice and quiet, isn't it?
It is, yes.
And by the way, do you have Wi-Fi here?
Oh, yes, one of the most important things. If you haven't, I really do advise you to get it.
I will actually be addressing that ASAP. You see, I don't have it at home at the moment because I don't have enough use for it. Right. But that's on my shopping list to get sorted out.
With the bedroom requirements pinned down, Stephen's keen to learn more about how to be the ideal student host.
Where do you actually source your students from, in fact?
We first started with the European agencies, and they handled everything.
Now, what type of students have you actually had here, and how do you actually cater for them?
Well, there were two groups. One was older and one was the younger group. The older group was sent to work in London and earn some money, and their average stay was between 2 and 4 weeks. Now, the agency found them work, and we have to sign agreements, and they demanded a continental breakfast and an evening meal.
Right.
So downstairs we had a fridge with food that they could just defrost, you see. But don't forget, they were older. The other group were a different kettle of fish completely. They were younger, and they were in London simply to improve their English. So they went to all the language-speaking schools that are littered around Tottenham Court Road and Denmark Street.
That's quite a difference, isn't it? Really?
It is. So they were, I'd say, 18 to about 20, which is quite a difference. And, of course, their parents expected them to fit in with us, be taken on trips and things like that.
Mollycoddle.
Well, I'm afraid it is a bit like that. But, you see, the problem is we weren't going to do that because I definitely picked up from every student round about that age that they, not only did they want to get away from their parents and have a good time in the great city, they also didn't want to be mollycoddled by Mr. and Mrs. Bowyer.
It's rather more complex than it appears to be, actually, but it has been very illuminating, and it's very much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Well, that was a very useful visit. I'm warming to the idea of having students, and I greatly appreciate Jeff's input. Very useful indeed.
Enthused after his visit with Jeffrey, Stephen's off to the printers to get the all-important business cards.
Up to now, I've just made do with handing out very crude handwritten cards, and I'm looking to do something more professional. So could you actually advise me?
Yeah, no worries. I mean, we've got a range of options for you. We've got like the standard regular, that's like a decent quality. But we do folded cards, you know, if you have more information to put on there, depending on how much information you put.
And would you actually be able to print both sides of the card?
Yeah, double-sided, yeah.
OK, well, that sounds absolutely fine.
With Balvinder's help, Stephen works out the design for his card.
This is the colour I think stands out for the background on the card, rather than just plain white.
I mean, the best way to do it is once we put it on the screen, then we've got the best idea of what it looks like visually.
Okay. For now, we'll go with Stephen's value accommodation. Yeah.
That pink colour there, so that's 100% magenta.
OK.
OK, so it's kind of like a dark sort of pink.
Yeah.
And the background colour of the card, you were hoping for it to be like a light sort of pink sort of thing, right?
That lilac, that very light lilac.
OK.
That looks even better than I thought it would, actually. You know, it's different, and it stands out.
Just give us a day or so, we'll mock up some proofs and email you.
OK, that sounds good to me. Thank you very much indeed.
Nice meeting you, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Business cards sorted, it's time to address the accommodation. And Stephen's starting with his finds from the museum.
Right, well, that's the leaflets all put in the rack. I'm now going to put this in the room in a prominent position, and the guests can have a look at it at their leisure.
He's added some stylish and durable bedside lamps and his hand-picked vintage vase. There's fresh, clean new bath linen and toned-down bed linen. Flowers in the vase.
I have the Wi-Fi device for the guest to maximise convenience, and here it is. It's on a pay-as-you-go system, so if the guest is going to use it extensively, then they can top it up as well if they wish.
And he's even made a welcome sign. And with all the soft furnishings and Wi-Fi, Stephen spent £272.95 of his £500 budget. And Lisa's got some news for him.
Stephen, hello, it's Lisa. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm just ringing to let you know that your guest is on his way this evening.
Right.
And he's from a company that is near you, which is always looking for accommodation for international guests.
Right.
So this could be very good for you. It will be a constant source of customers for you.
Well, that is obviously subject to him approving of the environment I've created here. He might throw up his hands and run in horror.
Well, I'm sure he'll like it, and I'm sure he'll like you. So good luck, and I'll get in touch with you again tomorrow.
Thank you very much for that, and I look forward to seeing him later.
Talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.
But I hope he gets this right, because it could be very good for his business.
We're in Ilford, North East London, where our top brass of B&B, Lisa Holloway, is helping former scientist Stephen create an affordable bed and breakfast aimed at students.
I'm very mindful that some people are not particularly wealthy, and I'm very happy with £20 a night because this is more of a social orientation for me and not about the money.
And keen to see what progress Stephen has made, Lisa takes a sneaky peek online.
Stephen was a law unto himself and really resistant to changing his room, so I'm going to have a look and see if he's done anything to that room at all. He hasn't changed it completely, but he's made it much better. He's toned down all the linen, and he's got rid of all the junk, including the swan. Hooray! Actually, you know, it looks rather nice. And he's put out some leaflets and information, I can see that here, about the local area. He's really made an effort, and I'm really impressed. Stephen, you've amazed me.
The 3-bedroom mid-terrace Victorian house has had its guest room transformed. The overly cluttered bedroom has been toned down, along with the bed linen. The dressing table has been given a facelift, and Stephen's added some complimentary toiletries. Room completed, and the first guest to arrive is student accommodation advisor Rob, who specialises in finding places to stay for foreign students. But will Stephen's home be up to spec?
Good evening.
Hi, Stephen. I'm Rob.
I'm Stephen Craft.
Nice to
You're
meet
very
you.
welcome. Come in.
Thank you very much.
Just show you up to the room first of all.
Cheers, thanks.
Right. Right, well, here we are, home from home, as they say.
Fantastic.
This is all your territory for the duration, as it were. I don't know how familiar you are with the local area. I've actually obtained some leaflets which explain all about the local museums. There's a document here that details the local museums. These are the Central London museums. The British Museum I can strongly recommend, and it's free.
Oh, always a good time.
You can't get better value for money than that. Central London actually is only about 20 minutes by train from here, and Ilford Station is just down the road. We have a pay-as-you-go Wi-Fi device here. This is now fully charged. You actually just enter the code and just run through the instructions on the card if you need it. Right, I'll just show you the bathroom, or more accurately, the shower room. To save energy, I don't have a bath here, just a shower.
Okay.
And I'll show you how to use that later on. Right next door, we have the upstairs loo.
Okay.
And now this is Victorian old-fashioned.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Old-fashioned pool here.
Okay.
I don't see many of those nowadays.
No, you don't.
You're quite free to have the run of the ground floor. If you want to sort of come down and watch TV and just chill out and relax down here. This is the kitchen, obviously, and for the morning, you just help yourself to whatever breakfast materials or breakfast food that you would like. Right. And out here, we have a conservatory, and you can either have breakfast out here at the table, and you know, I'll warm it up in the morning, or you can have breakfast at the main dining room table in the front room or in your own room, whatever you like.
Great.
So you just relax. For the duration, this is as much your home as it is mine, as it were.
Thank you.
Rob takes the opportunity to assess the room's suitability for student accommodation. And after a good look round and chatting further to Stephen, Rob is ready to hit the hay. Let's hope he sleeps well. Next morning, Rob wants to see what Stephen has to offer on the breakfast front.
Morning, Stephen.
Good morning, good morning. Can you sleep all right?
Very well, thank you, yeah.
Very good. OK, well, breakfast is served, so what would you like to have? There's honey, jam, marmalade.
Lovely.
Butter, margarine, cereals, porridge, so a reasonable variety, I think.
Fantastic, yeah. I think I'll grab myself a slice of toast.
Let's hope he's impressed by Stephen's slow-mo toaster.
Oh, that is cool.
Lower it.
Love that.
DIY breakfast in hand, Rob plumps for the conservatory to gather his thoughts and draw his final conclusions about the whole B&B experience whilst completing Lisa's questionnaire. Time to make tracks
Right.
Fantastic, Stephen. Thank you so much.
Right, OK.
Cheers. We'll see you soon.
Do you know where you're going, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
OK.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
But what's Stephen's analysis of Lisa's little experiment?
Well, I haven't had a guest stay here for quite a long time, actually, and I was quite pleased to offer Rob my hospitality. There was a really good rapport. We had quite a lengthy conversation last night, chewing the fat, as it were, on all sorts of issues, ranging from politics to diets and the latest fads and so on. He seemed to be quite taken with everything. Having said that, I've no idea what the substance of the review is, so I've yet to find out.
He won't have to wait long, because Lisa's en route.
I'm on my way back to see Stephen this morning, and I don't know what to think about that room, really. But I've seen the pictures, and it looks like he's made an effort, so I hope it was enough to impress his guest. Hello, Stephen. How nice to see you again. Thank you.
OK, I'll just show you the room.
Lisa's keen to get a closer look at Stephen's efforts in the bedroom.
Right, well, do come in. The room is...
Oh, what a difference. It looks so much clearer and brighter, Stephen. Well done. And look, all this stuff has gone.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed having a declutter.
And the swan's gone.
Yeah, the swan has gone. I wanted that out of the way, so this was a real good excuse to get it shifted.
Yeah, and the dressing table's nice and clear, so someone can sit down there.
Yep. We have a desk here if a student needs to do some work.
And you've changed the linen. This looks really nice.
Yes.
Have you changed the headboard as well, haven't you? That's plain.
Yes, I've changed
It was frilly before, wasn't it?
Yeah, OK, all right.
And you've got two nice bedside lights.
Yep. Yes,
Great.
I think we've gone into overkill mode with the lamps, actually, because I've still got the original lamp.
And I'm glad to see, Stephen, that you've got some brochures of the local area here, because I think that's important for overseas guests.
Yeah, so I thought this was an appropriate little touch, actually, as it happens. Yeah. And this actually indicates that I do listen to you, and it was a very constructive, helpful suggestion, actually.
Good.
And I think guests do appreciate these little niceties.
Yes.
And it gives them something to look at and gives them a few ideas as to what they're going to do when they're having a bit of spare time.
Yes, and you're definitely the right person to show them around because you know more about it than almost anybody.
Well, I am a museum geek, or a museum nerd, as one might say.
Yeah. I think you've been clever here because you've kept the original wallpaper and decor, and you've just changed everything to match it, which is very good. You haven't had to do too much.
Yeah.
But you've made a real impression.
Well, I wasn't bothering about the room before because I didn't have a guest here. This was literally a spare room.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like a spare room anymore. It looks like a room. I think you've done a great job here. But it doesn't matter what I think. Let's see what your test guest thought.
Yes, I'm in suspense about that.
Thankfully, he doesn't have too much longer to wait, as Lisa's got the all-important review.
So, the first impressions of the property. And he said a little dated in style, but comfortably furnished.
Well, it's supposed to be dated. That's the whole idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's on purpose.
Yes.
So that's fine. Stephen was very welcoming and made me feel at home straight away. Well, you're very good at that, Stephen. Okay. That's your forte. What did you think of the room? Clean and tidy? Bingo. He said the bed was warm and comfortable, and the furnishings, if a little dated, were of a good standard.
Right.
There was a desk and dressing table for a student to study at. And again, that's important because they do need somewhere to do their homework.
Well, the room is designed accordingly with all that in mind.
Yeah. What did you think of the bathroom? What do you think he said about the bathroom?
I would guess it wasn't to his taste.
Well, he did say it's a little dated, but the shower was nice and warm. Right. Fittings were clean.
Right.
Well done. And what did you think of the breakfast?
All he wanted was some toast and honey, as I remember.
Yes, well, he said you laid out a really good choice of breakfast, but he had toast and honey, which was done in your amazing electric toaster.
Yeah, yes, it's quite an unusual appliance, actually.
Oh, I want to have a look at that. And it said we do expect hosts to provide a good selection, and you excelled in this regard, so brilliant.
Right.
But the million-dollar question is, what would Rob be prepared to pay?
Slightly different with this company because they pay weekly.
Yes.
And he said that they thought it would be about £120 a week.
Right.
And he says again, although the house is a little dated, this is not a key concern for student accommodation, which is exactly what you said to me. So I was completely wrong in that respect. So I think you've You've hit the nail on the head and you've got exactly the right accommodation that people in that sector are looking for. And we asked your guest what star rating he would give you out of 5.
Oh, dear.
Well, what do you think he gave you?
I'm guessing 1, maybe 2 at a push.
Oh, come on, Stephen.
I'm trying to be modest.
Don't be so self-deprecating.
Well, it's better than 0.
A solid 4.
A solid 4. OK, all right.
Which is nearly a 5.
That'll do me. I mean, I must emphasise, this is not supposed to be the Ritz, and it doesn't pretend to be.
No.
It is very much designed to be bargain basement, but comfortable, safe and secure accommodation.
Well, I think it's bargain basement with knobs on.
Well, that's the aim of the exercise,
yes.
basically. Yeah.
Now, the student services seem to be a good fit for you. And it's good for them as well, because they're always looking for someone like you. So do you think this is something that you'll use in the future? I
think so, very much so. And I will actually be liaising with Rob with a view to accommodating some students via his agency, which should be mutually beneficial.
So this works really well both ways?
Oh, I think it has, actually.
Well, I think that's great news all round, Stephen. I'm really pleased.
Yeah, so am I. I think it's working out very well, actually. It's more of a positive outcome than I anticipated,
yes.
Scientist Stevens passed with flying colours.
Well, I was very happy with the test guest review, actually. It was far more complimentary than I expected in view of the fact that what I'm offering here is deliberately bargain basement. I'm not quite sure what the test guest meant by dated. This is a Victorian house, and it's supposed to be dated. That's going to stay. I'm not going to be altering the house in any drastic way anytime soon. But the future regarding this venture, as far as I'm concerned, I shall just be taking in short, medium and perhaps longer term lets on an ad hoc play-by-ear basis, really. It's much more of a social orientation than a money-making orientation.
This has never really been about money for Stephen. He's much more interested in the social aspect. But nevertheless, £120 a week over a month is about £520, and that's a nice chunk towards any eco improvements he wants to do. Not bad for museum visits either.